Hey everybody, it's Lynette Selby, your favorite YouTube real estate expert here in the Piedmont Triad of North Carolina. And if you're planning a move to the area, I know you probably got a ton of questions, right? They're kind of swirling around in your head and you're like, where's the best place to live? You know, what's the traffic like? And is the cost of living really affordable in North Carolina? Well, in today's video, I am going to answer all of those questions and give you a deep dive into what you really need to know about moving to and living in the Piedmont Triad. So you stay tuned. I got you covered. Now, one of the most common questions that I get is, where's the best place to live in the Piedmont Triad? And the answer, it really depends on your lifestyle and your needs, but let me break it down for you. So the Piedmont Triad includes Greensboro, Winston-Salem, High Point, along with some surrounding towns like Jamestown, Summerfield, and Oak Ridge. And there are some more, just didn't name them all. But if you're thinking about, moving to a more urban environment with walkability and access to entertainment, then downtown Greensboro or Winston-Salem might be the perfect fit for you. So Greensboro's downtown scene is vibrant with great restaurants. We have bars. We have, cultural events happening year round. Winston-Salem, often referred to as the city of arts and innovation, is a hub for the arts, and it offers a great balance of modern living and history. But if you're searching for something a little quieter with more space, then areas like Summerfield or Oak Ridge are fantastic options for families or for anyone wanting a bit more room and a little bit of tranquility. But Greensboro and Winston, along with High Point and Jamestown, they have all of that too. But, I just wanted to throw that out there. So the areas like Summerfield and Oak Ridge, they often come with larger lots and newer homes, and most importantly, I know to many, are highly rated schools. And this makes them ideal for those wanting that suburban living, but kind of still close to the city conveniences. So how do you decide, which one is best for you? So start by asking yourself these key questions. Where is your workplace located? What type of home are you looking for? And of course, what is your housing budget? So for instance, if you're someone that wants like a 5-minute commute, to and from work, then working in Greensboro and living in High Point may not be the best option for you. So speaking of traffic, we got to talk about it. And the good news is that while the Piedmont Triad does have traffic, just like everybody else, it's not as congested as those larger cities, even here in North Carolina, like Raleigh and Charlotte. But during rush hours, you can expect some delays, especially on your main highways like I-40 and I-85. Time out. Do y'all hear that? I got a new puppy. His name is Marley, and he is in the background, and I can hear him playing. He's kind of running around. So if you hear like some scruffing like on the floor, or you some barking or whining, that's my Marley. But okay, let me get back to the video. I'm gonna show him one day. But okay, but if you are commuting between cities like Greensboro to Winston or High Point, just be prepared for some slowdowns. However, compared to those bigger cities, traffic here is very manageable, and many people find the commute times very reasonable. There are some videos you might see that I kind of fuss and I kind of go on a little tangent about traffic in Winston, but in the grand scheme of it all, it's not that bad. I'm just used to Greensboro's traffic, and Greensboro traffic is really low maintenance. I mean, you can get everywhere you need to go pretty fast. There's rarely any slowdowns. But when I go to Winston, it just seems like a bit more congested, but still nothing to complain about, and definitely not like your larger cities like Charlotte or Raleigh. So the Piedmont Triad traffic is definitely manageable. But before we move on to the next part of the video, I wanted to take a quick moment to introduce myself. My name is Lynette Selby again, and I am your YouTube real estate expert right here in Greensboro, North Carolina. And if you are thinking about buying a home or you're just curious about what's available, I would love to chat with you. All you got to do is check the description box. I will have a link there where you can schedule a quick discovery call with me. We can chat about your goals. I can answer whatever questions you have, and we can explore, your options about purchasing a home in this wonderful city. But okay, now let's get back to the video. So another question that I hear a lot is, what is the housing market like in the Piedmont Triad? So right now, the market is slowly trying to balance itself out. There's still, the inventory is not as much as I wish it would be, which means that there can be, some competition within the market. However, compared to other parts of North Carolina, the Piedmont Triad offers more affordable housing options. So the median home price is significantly lower than in cities like Raleigh or Charlotte. So, whether you're looking for a single family home, a townhome, or even a condo, there's a variety of options, and it all just kind of depends on your budget. But the good news is that while spring and summer are typically the most competitive times to buy, we do see a bit of a slowdown in the fall and the winter months. So this can make it a great time to secure a home with less competition, maybe even get a good deal, especially if you are relocating and you need to settle in quickly. So now let's talk about the quality of life. And one of the biggest pros of living in the Piedmont Triad is its affordability and its high quality of life. So the cost of living here is lower than many parts of the country, particularly when it comes to housing, to utilities, and to groceries. But the Triad doesn't compromise on the essentials. We have top-rated schools, we have a growing job market, and plenty of recreational activities. So whether you're into hiking, attending local festivals, or just kind of exploring the cultural attractions, there's definitely something for everybody here in the Piedmont Triad. Now here's another one too. A lot of people will ask me whether they should rent or buy when they are moving to the Triad. So my advice is this: if you are in a position where you can buy, then I say go for it. But it's so important to do your research before you make that move. So that's why it's so important to work with a knowledgeable agent in the area that really knows that area, and they can help you and guide you through that process. So if you're totally unfamiliar with the Piedmont Triad, or you just don't feel comfortable with purchasing, then, renting is definitely an option. I would say rent for about 6 to 12 months, and that will give you time to explore the area, figure out what area is right for you, or if the state is a good fit for you. But if you are ready to buy, then there are plenty of great options and a wide variety of price points for you. So another thing that you may be wondering is, how diverse is the Piedmont Triad? And I am happy to say that our area is growing and it's becoming more diverse each and every year. So we have a mix of cultures, we have a mix of cuisines, we have a mix of backgrounds, which makes this area vibrant and welcoming to newcomers from all over the country and even all over the world. So you'll find that the communities are inclusive, and the schools, they celebrate diversity with plenty of events that showcase the different cultures throughout the year. So my kids' school, every year they have an event where they spotlight all of the different backgrounds and cultures of the kids that attend the school, and the kids get to dress up, in their native attire, or they get to bring in dishes, their native dishes, and just things like that, where they get to showcase and spotlight, where they come from, things that are important to them. So I love it. And that's just what you get when you're in the Piedmont Triad. I feel like this area is very inclusive. So one thing that does surprise a lot of people when they move here is the climate. So we do experience all 4 seasons in the Triad, which means we have hot summers, cool winters, but we generally avoid the extreme weather that many parts of the country may face. So our winters are mild compared to your northeastern winters. We might get a little bit of snow. If we get a dusting, we're doing good, but it's rarely heavy and it doesn't last long. And this makes the Triad a great place for those who want a bit of everything when it comes to the weather, but they don't want the extremes. And lastly, I always get asked about the overall vibe of the community. You know, just the community feel of the Piedmont Triad. And this area is perfect for people that are looking for a balance of city life and that country charm, I guess I would say. You'll find friendly neighbors, the community events, and a strong sense of belonging no matter what part of the Triad you choose to call home. So if you are considering making a move to the Piedmont Triad, I would highly recommend, doing a scouting trip first. Those are so important. Spend a long weekend or even a full week if you can, kind of exploring the different cities and towns. So check out the neighborhoods, see where your work will be located. Check out the schools that your kids may go to and kind of get a sense of how the traffic flows. I think that is so important. This way you'll know if the area feels right and it's a good fit for you and for your family, before you make any of those big decisions. And if you have any more questions or if you need help finding that perfect home right here in the Piedmont Triad, feel free to reach out to me. I am always here to help you make that move as smooth as possible. So whether you're looking to rent, to buy, or you just need some advice, I got your back. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.